Aloha mai kako. You are watching Hawaii Political Reporter.
Aloha, everybody. This will be a quick, short summary of what's happened to Adam Kokesh and an appeal to help him, and giving you positive steps as outlined by mostly his staff and by our common sense of what we can do to help him. For a quick background, those who may not be too familiar with Adam Kokesh, you'll probably hear a lot of things about him, many negative. And that's usually from the people who don't act, okay, and are also possibly, and I believe mostly, trying to weaken his message and his impact. Adam Kokesh is the real deal. Every time I've interacted with him, it has always been for the cause. It is necessary for those who are trying to lead a movement to have some promotion and attention. I mean, that's the whole point, is to make an impact. So let's get into what's happened real quickly. There's various details. You can probably get those much better yourself. My basic feeling is, just to bring you quickly up to speed, is that it's a culmination of things. Adam has been resisting the Fed for years, and I think Obama and the Feds are in a very bad mood now, and they're very much trying to oppress after Edward Snowden and other people coming forward and fighting for freedom. I think they see a rising tide against them, and they're very much afraid. Adam did a protest on the 4th, as you probably know. He went to Washington and open carried, probably. I mean, we're not even sure if it's a blue screen or not, but with a shotgun. And then he went on subsequently to talk about what he believes is, an upcoming revolution and a need to basically disband the government and to form other forms and other systems of government and implement them. But I think what's really going on here is that this is a very serious one this time. Adam's had a lot of grace and luck and street smarts in what he's been dealing with. But this time I think the administration is in a very bad mood, and I think they really are getting a little freaked by all that's happening around them too. And I think this is evident, as you will see, by the incredible overuse of force that they did to arrest this person who was peaceful and harming no one to others. But this is not primarily about this. I would just like to say, for you people who may not be too familiar with them, conservatives, liberals alike, this really does affect everybody. A lot of people pigeonhole Adam as being a second rights guy, which is true. He is very much, and I believe in that too. But that's not really the point. If you're a liberal and you have problems with that, fine. But he's also very much so the First, Second, and Fourth Amendment, which I know almost everybody universally believes in those. And this man is standing up and doing something, and he's a true leader. And if you've seen my other videos, I've slightly taken him to task sometimes on tactics, but never on what he's trying to do in his sincerity, even though, again, maybe on the principle, some of that I disagree with how we do with it, and a lot of us do. But again, we have a man who is acting for us, and a man even beyond that who's really being grossly violated here. So let's get into some things that we can do to possibly help him, and let's go from there. I am taking this from Adam's Facebook page. We're just going to go over a couple comments and get into the thing. And one thing is, the Washington Post now has come up. It says Adam Kokesh charged with possessing hallucinogenic mushrooms. Well, I think they probably realize the gun charges aren't going to stick and they don't have anything else. I would believe it's a very good possibility those were planted. I wasn't there. I can't really say for sure. But I know when they bring 2 helicopters, 20 SWAT troopers, okay, local and county authorities and all this stuff, and spend 5 hours, okay, they are seriously going to make something happen. I mean, this is obviously a big deal, and they don't want to have egg on their face. So I wouldn't be at all surprised. All it would take is one person, one dirty person in the team, okay, to slip those in somewhere. And unfortunately, we don't have all the details on that. So I think we really have to take this seriously and act very vigorously for Adam, because they probably know they can't make the gun charges stick, so they're going to try something dirty here. And again, this is a freedom fighter. This is a freedom fighter. This is a freedom fighter for us. Again, disagree or agree with the tactics. The point is, the man has put himself on the line. If you will look at the Alex Jones interviews done on Monday, I believe especially the first one, it's about 17 minutes or so that Adam actually had posted on his side. I think you can see in his eyes he knows something big is coming at him, and this is very scary. I mean, honestly, put yourself in his position. This is very scary. This is truly beyond David versus the Goliath here. It's a Goliath times 1,000 million, okay, that this David is facing. So what we can do to help him, and a few more comments. Basically, C.J. Hernandez on Facebook points out videos of police brutality go unchecked, but a video that has no victims leads to a SWAT team raid, and he says F that. And I couldn't agree more. Okay, this is an innocent man here. There's been no victim in this. Only the state's, power control has been slightly threatened. And I mean slightly, let's face it. Okay, also we're going to stay on the Facebook. It says Roger Mata Gutierrez. It's a sideshow to scare the people into compliance now, very much so. And this is why we have to take this seriously, because they're going to come down on him. I really believe this time he's got a good one coming down on him, and we've got to do everything we can. And as Chris Jones says, Adam proved that the Bill of Rights doesn't apply in Freedom Plaza. Interesting, huh? Freedom Plaza, like many other things in our modern American society, a really hollow piece of rhetoric there. Okay, so now to action. Let's get to action. FreeAdam.net is the official information center for Adam. And basically what I would like to suggest everybody does, and they do it there, this is Lucas and whoever else is running this there, is Free Adam Kokesh flood call for Virginia. This call is of urgent importance. Please call these legal police and prison contacts now to leverage the maximum effect possible at this critical time on Adam's behalf. And it is a critical time because the initial impact and reaction will probably gauge largely in what they do. And from what I read, that somewhere Lucas said the response wasn't up to what's needed and what's up to previous. So please, let's do what we can for them. So if you're interested in participating in a flood call, by the way, this is all on again. This is at Facebook. It's there, and you'll also have it at Free Adam, Kokesh at freeadam.net will also be there. Excuse me, my dog is interrupting me. Sit, sit, sit. Okay, sorry. Show business, the show must go on, yeah? So anyways, okay, Adam, so they have that there, and the numbers are given out. I've already called, and it was rude, okay, but the point was made. I think they're getting more calls than they would like, but this time, which is bad in a sense, is I could actually get through. So that tells me that it's not as much of a flood as we need, so let's please do what we can and keep on it day after day after day. I'm going to do it every day for at least a week. Okay, if you're interested in participating in a call flood, call 202-619-7105. This is the phone number Herndon Police gave us, and demand the release of Adam Kokesh and the charges be placed on the individuals that committed breaking and entry, vandalism, destruction of property, theft, and kidnapped Adam at our home. Okay, and so that's one thing there. Now we're going to go over to freeadam.net. Okay, urgent action. Free Adam Kokesh call flood for Virginia. RSBP for the Virginia call flood here on Facebook. And you can see Fairfax County Commonwealth Attorney, 703-246-2776. And basically, we want, whoever has made this press release says, I demand the immediate and unconditional release of Adam Kokesh and the dropping of all charges against him. So again, I demand the immediate and unconditional release of Adam Kokesh and the dropping of all charges against him. And then it is noted it is not necessary to give them your name, phone number, or any other identifying information. Do not do it. Do not do it, he says. Also, one other thing I would like to really point out, and I've taken some criticism from this before, but please remember, most of these people are middlemen, and they are, these are the people who are critical for us in the future, and as just human beings. Yes, there are some real scummy, sleazy puppet masters back there who are probably taking many of these people in the middle and forcing what they don't want to do on them. So please give them some respect. I mean, let's win their hearts also, but let's also strongly make our point and push forward that this is illegal, it's wrong, okay, and it needs to be corrected immediately. But please, let's do it respectfully, okay? We don't want them to hate us, okay? We want them to feel for us, and we want them to do everything they can to aid Adam. But we do need to put the pressure on them also. It's the carrot and stick, right? To let them know that they need to do the right thing. So also the Attorney General of Virginia at 804-786-2071. Fairfax County Adult Detention Center Prison / Sheriff at 703-246-3430. The U.S. Park Police Office of the Chief in D.C. 202-619-7350. And the Herndon, Virginia Police 703-435-6846. And as Lucas, whoever wrote this, says, be firm but polite at all times. Do not make threats or insult them. Be insistent. Stay on the line until you feel they have understood your demand and your determination. Remain calm but passionate about them releasing Adam immediately. I think that's great, okay? Please call anytime Wednesday, July 10th and Thursday, July 12th. After calling, please tweet using the hashtag FreeAdam. Okay? And more arrest information is available there, and rally pending. Stay tuned. And then it goes into the coverage. So this is all worth checking out. Please do act. Also, I'll be seeing what's necessary myself. Not that I'm wealthy or anything like that by any means, but I'll be giving what I can. And also, I believe Cato Institute has a new police brutality website or something. Something should definitely be done with Cato. And please, as I am doing, and hopefully you will, put the word out to try to write a little article for your local media if you can. Of course, do what you can wherever you to persuade those who may be buying the mostly biased media message on this, so they can understand what's at stake here. Okay, the rights of due process, etc. I mean, how are they coming up? We'd have to see the warrant, but how are they coming up with a warrant, okay, to search for drugs here? I mean, I guess possibly they could say because of the public, but you know, that's many people are doing that. So I think it's a kind of a weak one. They probably at the base of this have a very weak legal case, but you can be guaranteed they're doing everything they can to stack the odds against Adam here. So again, please donate if you can. Please write for local media. Get it out there. Okay, do what you can. And you'll probably have more success. I have to admit it's a very, very difficult task for me, but to be very restrained, okay, and make this for the mainstream, that's something that will pass the filters of what you're doing, and you're just going to have to put the information out there and slightly, you know, do what you can to wake people up. And then if you're fortunate enough in your community, as we have one semi here, that you can halfway tell the truth and put your, you know, true opinion out, go for that too. But please do whatever you can for them. God bless. Thank you for your time. Feedback to me, stay with Lucas, whomever can most be doing the best to help Adam. Please focus your efforts with them. Let's group and rally. You'd imagine the ACLU should have something to do with this, but they constantly seem to disappoint on these issues. So let's look wherever else we can and do what we can. Aloha, and most importantly, pray. Because I think this man, whatever your religious beliefs may be, a positive light coming at this man couldn't hurt. I mean, this is a very trying time for him again. And just for the sheer bravery of it, even if you totally hated what he's doing, I mean, you really got to give it to him. This is a man, and he is fighting an absolutely out of control, illegitimate, corrupt system, as we all know, or most of us know. Thank you. Hawaii Political Reporter is not owned, influenced, or an agent of corporate, government, or special interest. We are a local, honest, independent source of political news and commentary. Our primary goals are to promote awareness of the non-aggression principle and to reduce violence, war, and death. To promote economic liberty, prosperity, and true civil rights, as in the U.S. Constitution. To promote transparency and to bring awareness of corruption in government and the collusion at all levels with big-moneyed individuals and special interests to deprive the people of true choice of government, government that is truly by and for the people, for prosperity and freedom.